Hey, it's Fernando from The Way Home, and it's time for Odin's TV and movie picks of the week. Hello, Odin.
Hey, how is it going? Glad to be back here once again, and just amazing time to be alive in the church.
Sure is. So, what you got this week?
Yeah, I got two films to recommend, and there's one, I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, but it's one that my daughter, who's going to turn 2 in September, is currently obsessed with. And it's one that I watched when I was younger, too, and my whole family watched it, too. But it was The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. I don't know if that sounds familiar or not.
Yeah, she's the one that had the pigtails that go out the side,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So this is live action. This is a movie that came out. I'm trying to see if I can find the year 1988, the year I was born, actually. And it was, again, a movie that we watched a lot when I was younger. And for some reason, it's just something that my daughter has found herself attached to, from the songs and just from the general mindset. But it's just fun. The music is fun. It's so ridiculous. It's so off the walls, right? Where literally you have this great scene towards the end where there's this random guy who he looks like he's a homeless guy, and he sells this glue. It's Gregory's glue, and it's something that's magical, that it can allow you to walk up walls, and basically it sticks when you want it to, and then it stops sticking when you don't want it to. And it's just great. There's a great actor, a great comedic character actor who actually played the king in the film Spaceballs. I don't know if you've ever seen that film or not before, but really funny comedy, Mel Brooks comedy, right? So it's that actor, but he's just this very bit part, like only in the film for maybe like 10, 20 minutes. And it's great. So you got things like that in there. There's a horse that can kind of talk. There's a monkey that can kind of talk too. Like, it's not like conversations, but it's like sometimes it'll be like, no way, or something like that. It's just crazy. It's funny. So even my 4-year-old has like started to really like it too. And it's great. So I would probably give the film like a 6.5 or 65%. So a rad score on the critic list scale, because it is one that I enjoy. I have a lot of nostalgia for. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, it's also got some moments where you're like, okay, I can see the stunt double here. I can
Right.
see it's like, okay, it's not a long movie, but it kind of feels a bit long in this sequence of events. And so I would definitely recommend it, though, if you're looking for a film that the kids can watch, but also some nostalgia thrown in as well. My favorite must also be when they create a flying machine, where she literally is holding 2 brooms and spins so fast that she basically is like a propeller. Yes, while they're pedaling with their feet, the front engine that moves it forward. It's
It's
so
science. You can't argue
it's
with
so
that.
good.
That's just the way it works.
It's just so funny, and my wife and I are quoting it nonstop now, and so it's just a lot of fun.
Has your daughter started trying to get her hair to do the Pippi Longstocking thing?
No, because she's still too young to do it herself, but she now has, because she was so bald when she was young. So now she finally has a little like hair. She still doesn't have a lot of it, but she does a little. So now she has these little tiny like pigtails that you can kind of make. So the teachers at her daycare, like they're doing that now for her, which is funny, because she loves them. When we take them out, she like yells at us. She's like, no, I don't want you to take him out. But she, like, every time that we're like, okay, you know what, it's your turn, because on the weekends we watch stuff. It's like, okay, sweetie, what do you want to watch? And she's like, Pippi, I want Pippi. And we're like, oh, okay. So we're hoping to find some alternatives there, but that's what she's liking right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got for us?
And then the last one I have is one I just watched today, actually, for the first time, and it's The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, so it just came out recently, 2024,
okay. It's a recent
from
thing.
last year.
Okay.
Yes. And I have to say, I had a lot of fun with this movie. And the reason why is because it's a throwback to old school classic animation. Not that it's like hand-drawn animation, but it has that look to it. So it's both modern in that you can tell that the rendering is more, you know, it's more crisp, it's more clean. It doesn't have the same, like, you know how older cartoons sometimes have that look about them where they kind of just look old and dated, even though they still are great and you enjoy them. So it's got that clean, crisp modernness, but it also still has that the way that they've kind of done the animation is very much reminiscent of the hand-drawn animation style, which is nice. But it tells the story of Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig, and they are both found by this farmer. I think it goes by Father Jim, if I'm not mistaken. And so Father Jim is the one who raises them, and then just magically disappears from their life. It's really funny how that actually all happens too. And basically, this alien invasion happens, and all things comedy that you can think of in a situation like this starts to happen after the fact. It's got great comedy in there that's good for kids, but it's also good for adults too. Like there's a couple of things in there where you're like, oh boy, that's kind of that's kind of intense, but because it's done the way it is as a PG movie, it's like that old school PG comedy where it's like, as adults you'll get it. And it's like, ooh, as kids are like, haha, I don't understand any of what anything that means, right? And so it's good if you like those types of comedies. I will say, though, it is still PG, but it also, because it has that comedy, may not be for everybody. So it definitely is leaning into how the original Looney Tunes were not made for kids. They were made for adults, right? Because they were the shorts shown during movies, right? Before movies, in between showings. And so it was really made for adults. That's why there's so much violence. That's why there's so much, other things in it. But ultimately it became enjoyed by kids so much that it became kind of just known as a kid's entity. And so it's kind of a good throwback in that way, where it's got the stuff for kids, but also for adults as well. And so I would give this one a 65%, same thing as I gave for Pippi, right? 6.5 out of 10, because it's a lot of fun, but it's not a movie I think that I probably will ever go back to. It doesn't have that kind of staying power to it, but it was fun. I'm glad that I watched it.
All right, cool. Excellent.